FreeSpending.com, and we are back for another evening of our 35 Days to an Organized Home Challenge. Today we're going to be talking to you about how to organize your children's toys, and I am so excited to do this video for you because I'm in my living room right now, and what you probably don't know is that I'm completely surrounded by my son's toys. He's able to come into this room and pull out different things and play with them, and then we put them away at the end of the evening every day, and most people walk in and don't even know that we have toys all through this room. So one thing that the first principle of organizing your children's toys that I want to talk to you about tonight, especially in your living area, is how to mainstream them so that they actually look like they're part of your decor. Having certain things, and I'll show you kind of some of the ideas that I came up with so that people don't even know that there are toys in the room or that they're in the storage that they're in. Whenever you're looking for storage, just like I'm going to start out with this nice box I got at Michael's with my 40% off coupon for under $7, which contains a ton of Legos. And that's what I was going to tell you, is that the majority of our toys in our living room here are going to be boy related because we have one boy. But anyways, so when I pick out my decor, I'm looking for decor that's storage friendly, that I can use to store my son's toys, especially in our living area. Another thing you can do are baskets, and underneath each of these three, underneath this coffee table, there are 3 baskets that contain tons of our son's toys. There's 3 of those there, just as much as there's one over here in this end table, which has all of his Skylanders, and one in the other table as well, which has other toys. And then we have these baskets, which contain our Xbox remotes and our Wii remotes, and all of the different video game remotes that we have. And then we also have other baskets throughout the room. We also have a footstool that, if you look inside, completely contains Legos as well. So we've actually kind of masked all of our son's toys in this room, and we also have different educational supplies to it and different things in the baskets, and I'm not going to get into all that with you. But my point is making sure that your decor is that your storage decor matches and streamlines with the decor that you already have going on. A lot of times you walk into homes and the toy storage is so obvious, and while I love those plastic totes, and I think they're a great alternative with the shelves that come out, or sometimes the drawers, maybe you've seen them. And we also have cubes in our son's room with the canvas totes that go inside the different cubes. They work as well, but they do work better in the children's room. It's when you're out in your living area that a lot of times you want to make sure that it streamlines and flows with the rest of your decor if possible. So when you're out and purchasing baskets and different things, think about what your decor looks like and then use those for toy storage. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to take a look at some other ways to store your child's toys. Hey guys, I was just talking to you in our living room about how to have your children's toy storage flow with your decor, and this is another example of just an inexpensive piece we were able to buy at Target, and we bought baskets and different canvas totes for each. And to be honest with you, I didn't even really clean this up before. I didn't really reorganize any of this, which I could have done before the video, but I just wanted to give you a quick example of how toy storage can flow into your main living area. This is actually in our dining room, and we're going to go over some other really inexpensive ideas for organizing your children's toys. And so the first thing that we talked about were, especially in their bedroom, using the same type of cube with totes, the canvas totes, maybe with a more kid-friendly color. And I'm sure many of you already have those in your home as well. And also the Rubbermaid or the plastic drawers that you can buy for $20 at Walmart as well, Target, places like that. They come in a variety of colors. So many different places sell those amazing plastic storage containers. But we really wanted to try to hit home the point of making sure that it blends in with your decor as much as possible. For the streamlined look when people walk in, it doesn't visually stand out. I think that's why a lot of times decorators use that tip a lot. So we're going to start out with some really inexpensive toy storage tips. The first tip that I want to give you more than anything else are Ziploc bags. We have a ton of Ziploc bags for our son's toys that we keep in baskets, containers, totes for the little pieces and the things that have little tiny pieces that are connected or need to go together. We use Ziploc bags all the time. Another idea is a travel soap dispenser for decks of cards, if your or little boxes. If your children are into little games that have a lot of cards, different things like that, you can use, whether it's one like this from the dollar store. I mean, all of these items are from the dollar. A lot of these are from the dollar store. or something just as simple as a pencil box that go, these go on super sale, like for 25 cents a piece during back to school season. So there are times of the year, that's the time of the year that you really should stock up on these. So again, just keeping small toy items and something like this, and then placing this in your tote or your basket, and making sure that your totes and your baskets color coordinate with your room as much as possible. Another thing that my husband knows I'm really a stickler about is I love tackle boxes. And tackle boxes are great for storing different things for your children's toys. Here's a great example of where, for our son, we have all his Beyblades, where they're all in individual, and we have more than one of these, and then we have the zip lines and the other cart where you take it off and spin it with, okay? But for a girl, I'm thinking things like Barbie clothes, Barbie shoes, the little doll pieces if they're into the little, if they're into Swinkies, different trash packs. I know that our son is into trash packs, but for girls, they have little Swinkies, they have the little toys. Anything little is great in a tackle box. Another thing that my son's really into right now is looming, the bracelets, and so we obviously have a tackle box for all of his looming supplies. And so this is a great way to keep all of your rubber bands color coordinated and not all over the place. So I am a huge tackle box fan. Walmart generally was the cheapest place that I could find them, but I also have found them at Michael's with a 40% off coupon, or any of your local craft stores. So we're going to move on to something that's free. These are two storage items that we've used a ton of times with our son's toys for free. Old coffee cans that we have tons and tons of markers. Our son is really into markers and crayons and pencils, colored pencils. He's almost addicted to them, I think, sometimes. But anyway, so we have a lot of his pens and markers and crayons and reused coffee cans. This is actually an animal cracker bear that we had animal crackers in at one point, and we actually have stored, now I have them put away in a tote so I didn't get them out, but our son was into trash packs, which are kind of like the Swinkies. They're really tiny, but you can put race cars in these, you can put any kind of tiny toy in these. Again, these are great for Barbie clothes, they're great for any little item, toy item that your child may be into. Of course, let me take a side note and talk about the other video that at the beginning of our whole series, where we talked about maintaining your systems, sorting, by taking the toys and frequently going through and maintaining your child's organizing system, where you sort out what you're going to keep, what you're going to give away, and what you're going to throw away. You always get that bombardment or that buildup of those McDonald's toys. Those can actually be given to teachers who love them. I use them all the time as prizes for my students. It's a great way to recycle them and not throw them in the landfill. So if you want to give those cheaper toys that maybe come in a Happy Meal or something, give them to a child's teacher. Okay, another idea for storing toys either this goes in the closet, but they also make the similar pocket ones that go on the back of a door. These are great toy storage items. For this, I was actually thinking of putting my son's action figures in here. He also has like some smaller lightsabers and things from Star Wars that would go great in here. Then you can just store it in his closet, and it's really easy access. When he has a friend over, the first thing that they go for are the lightsabers. So this is something where I can slip one in each side pocket, and he always knows where they're located. So again, any kind of action figure, Barbie dolls for this as well, or any kind of doll that's around the same size as a Barbie doll could go in here as well. And also all the different girl toys that go in this size container, or like I said, the ones that come from the top down, is a great way to store your child's toys. Sometimes I do go ahead and make a purchase where I buy an organizational toy that I find in a store. My husband and I took our son to New York City, and we went to a Lego store, and we did actually purchase a small Lego storage box. But one thing you really got to be careful about is that, does this really fit the decor? Because sometimes something in a catalog looks really awesome as far as storage, and you think, oh my gosh, that's that awesome strawberry shortcake, storage unit that my daughter just loves strawberry shortcake, and then you get it home and you're like, this looks ridiculous in her room. Why did I even buy this? So making sure that whatever storage units that you buy that are specific to maybe a certain toy really does match your decor. And so here's another example of how I keep some of our art supplies. These are just some of our stamps. When we work on math with our son sometimes, or different crafts, I just bought this at the Dollar Tree. and it's just a simple storage basket and but it's my system for my stamps. It's my storage system for my stamps, and that's what we talk about this whole series. And then of course, just bigger baskets, canvas totes, bins. Everybody's stores are different, so I'm just trying to go over a general idea here of different things you can use for storage. This was another very inexpensive Dollar Tree item from a couple years ago. I bought this at the Dollar Tree, and my son's larger toys, like for a girl, you might have larger baby dolls that don't fit into these smaller containers. So for the larger toys, you might need a larger open bin, but anytime you can enclose toys in a concealed area, anytime you can store anything in a concealed area, you're going to find that it reduces eye clutter for the person looking at that room. And so you really want to try to reduce how much clutter that they're looking at. So anytime you can enclose it in a box or a cabinet, the better off you'll be. But a lot of times if it's a larger toy, maybe you have a toy chest, with a lid that needs to go in. And I actually have some handmade things for my grandparents or my grandfather, wooden, toy chest that my dad had made, or, memory box that he made that I'm able to store toys in as well. So again, hopefully you got some great tips and ideas for how to store your children's toys. And again, one of the craziest areas for organizing in the home are children's toys, and so we hope we've given you some great ideas. Hope you guys have a great night.